Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ. So in this tutorial video, I'm going to look at and show you how to disable individual contaminated dynamic zones. So these are the gas strikes that come in via artillery. You know, you get the sound of distant guns, you'll see a flare above and then a shell comes down. These are specifically different to the ones on Chernerus, which are at Pavlovo and at Riffy, which are there all the time. These are the ones that kind of appear and disappear and appear and disappear. Now, in the description below this video, you'll find the link to my video about how to get rid of the one at Green Mountain. That's a real common one you want to get rid of if you're on PC, because that's where, if you use Dr. Jones Trader, that's where that is. So you don't want to be in the middle of a trade and then a chemical strike to come in. So how do we do it? Well, I'm going to be showing you using the files from my local server, but if you've done some DayZ modding already, you'll be familiar with these files and where they are. But basically, they're going to be in the mission file. So on my local server, which is on my local PC, they're in the DayZ server folder. Obviously, on your remote server, you'll go to your web browser or you go to your FTP program and you'll go to the MP missions directory. And then you'll look for the mission folder for the particular map that you're running. So Chernerus Plus for Chernerus, Enoch for Livonia, and obviously the other maps if they've got dynamic chemical strikes. So if we're going to Chernerus Plus, what we're looking for CFG event spawns, and we want to download that from our server and then open it up into our favourite text editor. And what we'll also have a look at, actually, we'll have a look at the events. So you can download that and have a look at the events. So I've already opened them up in my server here, on my Notepad++, sorry. So as you can see here, is if you do a search for contam, so you do Control F and have a look for contam like that, you'll find the StaticContaminatedArea. So this is the event that drives the dynamic zones. And as we can see, it says it's active equals 1. So if you wanted to turn all of them off, you would just turn that to 0. But if you want to only turn off individual ones, what we want to look at is the CFG event spawns. And we want to, again, do a Control F in here and search for contam. And you want to find the StaticContaminatedArea. And this will be the list of all the potential places where the gas artillery shells can come in. As you can see, though, there's no names next to them as to where they are. There's only coordinates. So how do you find individual ones? Well, what I'll do is in the description below this video, I will also put a link to the I-Survive map. And we want the Chernerus one. And what you want to do is you want to go to the filter and you want to make sure, if we scroll down, that we've got contaminated area random selected. And then we can scroll in and you want to find the contaminated area that you want to get rid of. So for the sake of this video, we'll get rid of the one at Pavlovo. So there's a permanent contaminated zone here. But let's say we want to get rid of this one. What you want to do is you zoom in basically as far as you can zoom in. And then you put your mouse right in the middle of the center there. Okay, and then at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the coordinates that this is at. And as we can see, this one is at 1819 by 3453. And if we move our mouse around, it could be at 1818 as well. So let's get it right. But it's probably at 18, something similar to 1819 by 3453. So if we go here and just do Control F and put in 1819, with a bit of luck, we get one. In fact, what I should have done, you do that and you say find all in current document. There we go. So we can see there's an 18 by 3452 and there's an 18 by 3455 as well, and there's an altitude as well. So it could be either of those, but we know from here that it should be 1819 by 34, or pretty close to 3453, 3454. So we know, well, it's 3452 probably, isn't it? But what we can do is we can double check this. But if we copy that out there, if we copy that and then go to back to I-Survive and paste, so Control V, paste them in, press Enter. See, it draws it in there like that. And then what we can also do is we could also copy this. I think what this is going to be the safe zone. Let's have a look. Let's just paste that in. Oh, okay, no, it's almost in the same place. So we got 2, didn't we? We had 1 there and 1 there. So let's just find where the other one is. So that is... Oh, it's a static police car spawn, so we don't need to worry about that one. So the one we're worried about is this one here. So we want to get rid of this one here. Now, probably the best way to do it is to remark it out. So what we do is we put some special code around this so the server will ignore it. So we do left arrow bracket, exclamation mark, dash dash, like that. Put a space in. Then we go to the end of the bit we want to get rid of. Put a space bar, dash dash, arrow. And that has now remarked that out. So as you can see, it's in green because we're in Notepad++, but the server won't read that coordinate. In fact, what we should really do is we should put dynamic gas zone at Pavlovo. There we go. So for future reference, we know that the dynamic gas zone at Pavlovo has been disabled. And then all we would do is we would just save that. You would go to your server, upload this one. This CFG event spawns over the top of your existing one. Restart your server, and then you won't get dynamic gas zone artillery strikes coming in on that particular point. Now, it might seem a little bit long-winded to do this, but as long as you zoom all the way in on your I survive to get right to the center to get that coordinate, you will find it's actually quite easy to do this. So there we go. That, my friends, is how you disable individual contaminated zones from your DayZ community server. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.